Hello everybody, this is Tanner with Everyday Thread. I'm going to be playing some Metal Gear Solid 3 as part of the HD collection on 360. I believe they also made it for PS3. It's my favorite Metal Gear game. Part 5 was good too. I mean, they were all pretty solid, but this is my favorite for sure. Not particularly this version, although this version is nice because it has the different camera perspective. It doesn't have all the extras like the Subsistence version did, which is unfortunate.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill, I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my
Classic song here. It's got a very James Bond style to it.
so I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you'll feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive. For the day we see new light, I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no
I think there's a way to mess. I don't know the button though. I don't want to skip it, but there's a way to make things appear, and you can change. Oh, there we go.
It's the
You can change it though to different stuff. Like the bumpers.
I'm still in a dream, snake eater. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
There it is, folks. So even though I've beaten this game a number of times, it's been quite a while since I played it, so I'm hoping that I don't get stuck right here in the beginning. I love this song here for this menu. You can slow down and speed up these animations, which is cool in the background. It's always like, I played this when it first came out. I'd walk over to a buddy's house and mess around with the menu before even get into the game. So yeah, this version is the HD version again on PS3 and 360. It also comes with Metal Gear 2, which is cool. I haven't really played much of these games. I think they pretty difficult. They don't really hold up maybe as well as they first came out. You have your photo album. This is just watching all of the. I'm not gonna go to it, but it's just gonna be watching all of the cutscenes and stuff. I think this is.
Jack,
They did
I've
this
got
in some of the other
important
games
news.
too, where there's these
The head of the
extra
CIA has finally given us the green
cutscenes you
light.
can watch. But unfortunately, this doesn't have all of the cool special subsistence version stuff with like there were like cutscenes that were really wacky and weird. Look them up on YouTube because you won't see them in this collection. But they're really cool. They're really funny. I must have a game, but I think I'm just gonna start a new game. Show it off in the beginning. Um, I don't know if this changes anything. We'll just say 2. Look at that. That's crazy. Game ends when seen by the enemy.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
And so if people don't know, this game definitely has a lot of dialogue. There's a lot of codec stuff, which is what you use is like your radio in the game to talk to people. And then the cutscenes. You can just put your controller down and have like a short film length cutscene happen. David Hayter, who had been the voice for a really long time, no longer, for whatever reason. Freaking Jack Bauer took him over in part 5. What's his name again? I believe I'm blanking on it.
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet.
Approaching
Boys,
Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
So you can, in most of the Metal Gear games, you can mess with the camera in the cutscenes too. Like there's one of the triggers here. We'll zoom in. Oh, there I did it super fast though. But it's also pressure sensitive, which is kind of cool.
Depressurization complete.
And once it's there, you can pan the camera.
6 minutes to
Be
drop
your
off.
own little director
Opening rear
within
hatch.
the cutscene. So this game's always had some pretty cool intros, and this one is also badass. And the music in this game is solid. No pun intended.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
This game is very different from the games before it in some big ways, like the survival aspect
Try not
and
to get frostbite from the wind chill.
the
1
curing,
minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate the
eating.
model.
This is one for the history books. The world's first Halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status green.
Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
Look at that.
Jack? The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll
Okay,
be officially
well, I don't think I'm
organized
gonna
into a unit.
watch all of these
Virtuous
cutscenes.
mission.
Like this one,
Sounds like some kind of initiation
I
ritual.
don't remember. I'm sure it goes on for
Don't
a
get
while.
cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet
So yeah, they
scientist
always use
requested a
real
site
footage for the
west
most
of
part in
one of
these
our
real deep,
molds.
like cutscenes, deep dive
His name is
cutscenes,
Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov.
which is kind of
He's
crazy.
head
They
of the OKB
piled the footage,
754
but,
Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin into orbit
Well
was the
spoken,
A-1,
Snake.
known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
Okay,
And for
so
that, he left
I
his
think I'm gonna
country
skip
and his
some of
family
this.
behind and went over the fence.
If you really want to indulge, I guess pick up a copy. But you gotta basically you're getting your backstory, your main objective of the mission, right? So that guy defected. You're going in, dropping in to. But there's a lot of exposition in this game. Even through the codex, sometimes they're talking
Listen
quite a
up,
bit.
Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate
the first
Selino
person.
Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the West.
Pretty cool. I'll let you see it. Just for yourself for a second there.
If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talent?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. Shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast,
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
And I will. The HD versions, it still looks pretty good. This game looked pretty good at the time though, so did part 2. I put on the I said that I liked Metal Gear Solid 2, so it gave you this mask. He puts it on right away. I can't take it off.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
Well, you've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. Oh, and Snake.
David
Yeah.
Bowie reference?
The crew isn't watching anymore. You can take off the disguise now.
Good idea. This isn't right. Time for the snake to shed his skin.
There it is. These piercing eyes he has.
Can you hear me, Major Tom? This is Snake. Kept you waiting, huh?
This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that
That's cool.
clear?
So that was all extra
This kind
with the
of
going
infiltration is
running by the
Fox
tree, the
unit
mask, and everything,
speciality.
because I had that.
In other words, weapons and equipment to procure on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of
Alright,
the
so
tree.
anyway, the setup. So already he's told you, because in the second game you didn't have all that, but now in this game you're gonna have to manage. Oh, it's still not there yet because of the backpack, but like he said, eating and the snake and everything. You can get like those fruit up there to get your gun back. You have a roll. You go prone. So yeah, in this game, if you're crouched though, and then you start to move, it goes right into the prone crawl move. And I think from here I have to drop down, maybe B or Y. Y. Triangle.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack.
Alright, so, there's a way to skip. So, fortunately you can't skip all this. Oh, I didn't mean to skip all this, but anyway, I'm being introduced to the girl. He was telling me about some stuff I did want to hear, though. So he's talking about the boss, who's my mentor. Oh, and there she is. They should have had this as a separate cutscene. I didn't know it was gonna skip it to. I thought there was a way to have them start talking again. But it's not, so I might as well just skip this. Fortunately. That might have taken another 15 minutes.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
But that's the boss, and I trained with her and everything, and they hadn't talked in a while.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Okay, so let's see if I remember how to play. So you have a snake up there. There's no fruit, but there's the mushrooms. Also the knife. So it's kind of cool because you can click in the stick in this game. And this is when the game originally launched. It was this fixed kind of cameras, like Metal Gear 2 style. And it wasn't until the substance or subsistence version that it added like this 3-dimensional, you know, like rotating camera you can go to. Big ass alligators right here. See, I'm gonna turn up my game volume a little bit more. And your silencer has its own gauge. You'll see right there. It's like, oh juice. So it'll break the more you use it. And the thing is, since this is the Xbox version, doesn't have the pressure sensitivity controls. I don't remember how you. There was a way to release without shooting. You see, for one, you can take that off, and then pivot. Oh, that's right. Okay, so it's awkward. Right bumper to go into first person, X to hold to aim, and then left click in to cancel that whole thing. Nice little trick is just to unequip and then re-equip your weapon to have it reload itself.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer.
All right. Alright, so now we have all these options open. So, face uniform. And it'll tell you kind of based on what's around you at the moment, how your camouflage is going to do. I think I usually rock this tiger stripe. And then usually the splitter, actually. But we'll just do it for now, which this is a little bit better. So the 3DS version of this game, I will say I think is the best. It has a little bit of like some slowdown, maybe, in frame rate slightly, but it's very much like still playable and solid. And it adds the bonus of you can crouch and move in that game. It's the only version you can do it, and it's such a big change that I love. And then the 3D is pretty cool. Having everything on your touchscreen is pretty cool. It's all around like the best version of the game. If you're okay with just, you know, if you have to. The 3DS XL screen is not too bad, so it's pretty playable there. But alright, so I don't have, I don't think like a radar or anything. Oh, I do. Okay. So we have this motion sensor. So they said 2 guys. So one's here. Because some of these little dots are going to be like animals and stuff. And I don't know if I have it now, but you can get like cardboard boxes and stuff. Oh yeah, not having that move while crouched is, I'd have to get used to that, because the 3DS version was really the last one I played. It's also cool because when you're crouched, you have a better camouflage, and so then being able to move, it really makes the game speed up just a little bit in that sense of getting around and everything. And you can still do the roll. Also on your radars and stuff, you have batteries. So hopefully there were just 2 guards, because I'm just gonna speed run it now. Or not speed run it, because also later on they'll have like traps, like mines and stuff on the floor. Oh, see, there were more than 2. Snake lied to me. There's 2 more right there. Have this cool bridge section here. Beehive. We're gonna use this beehive to drop it on that guy. What was it right there? Oh, come on, go down. Alright, nice. So I think it's actually gonna chase those guys too. Yes, okay. So you can follow this bridge. You gotta just stay right in the middle. Don't stray. so forgetting if these guys completely cleared out, I'm just gonna run for it. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Snake. Yeah. Hey, how's it going? Melodic, thanks for joining in, watching. This is a random stream. I just, on my list of ones to do.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section. Got it.
Be careful.
I don't
Your
think I can
mission
go
is
in
to bring
there if
Sokolov
I'm
back alive.
alerted.
You must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
Yeah, great game.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood.
Also, I love you.
Beginning my approach to the target.
P.S. Your planet died. Yeah, no, this is a great game. I'm not sure how long you've been watching, but I was mentioning about the 3DS version of this game is really good. Really good. This is on the 360, so it's like the HD version. But yeah, I got it back when it came out. Played it a bunch. And I think to this day it's turned out to be my favorite one. Oh shoot. Oh, look at this snake right in front of me.
There's nobody here.
Okay, so I got one guy behind me. Is that right? That guy. I think I'm going to up here. Oh, I can't jump over it. Wait, I can do this. Oh, I thought there was a way to. Thought there was a way to roll over that, or jump over it, or something. So if this were like a modern game, you'd have like a button to like go around the corner and grab them or do some kind of maneuver like that, but these games did not work that way. Although this one did introduce, thankfully, some kind of level of like quarters combat, close quarters with the CQC. Hopefully I can pull something off right now. Oh, wait, that's not it. There it is.
Who's that?
What's the... Oh, it's... the B button. I ruined that for myself by, by hitting the wrong button. That sucks. Gonna punch him. you can knock everyone out, but at this point, it'd be better if I just restarted it. I think though if I do knock them all out, my timer just goes away. Maybe I can just get it in here. No, I can't have evasion either. Oh wait, maybe there's a crawl space or something maybe. That might have worked. Wow. I got shot up a bunch though.
This is HQ. Patrol here.
Well, I'm surprised that got. Yeah, I'm surprised it got. It got pulled off. I'll take it though. What I wanted to do was hold up that guy, but I didn't know it was the B button, and then I was gonna just basically knock him out and then run it. But it's alright. I survived.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
Your CIA?
I'm actually, so as far
was
as
sent
like,
by Major
I'm not
Zero,
usually a
the
fan
man who
of
got you out 2
really
years ago.
heavy stealth games or sneaking games.
Zero?
This is probably
have a
like as
message
much
from
of
him.
like sneaking around of a
is
game
it?
as I like.
He said to tell you sorry.
I don't
for
mind it
being
when it
so
has it
late.
though. Like there's games like Assassin's Creed and stuff that have stealth missions, which are
Did he
okay.
now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a
I prefer
man
more of
of
the
his
action though.
word.
I think that's why these games work, is because there's a good
But
mix
we've got
of
no time for
like
this.
this one,
You have to
especially
get
where
me out
when
of
the
here
action
before
blows
they
up like that,
arrive.
at least you do have ways to get out of it,
Who's
which are fun.
they?
It's not like
Colonel
you're doomed.
Volgin of Gru.
You know,
You
like
in
in
the
the other
West know
ones,
him as
sometimes in the first
Thunderbolt.
one, second one, it felt that way.
Thunderbolt. Never heard of him.
He's a member of the army's extremist faction, a man who
How about
seeks
you?
to
Which,
seize control of the motherland. Ever
which do
since
you
the
prefer?
Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West.
Sneaky games
Despite
or
resistance
more
and
action
criticism
games?
from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's
R5
plotting
was
to
like that.
seize the secret
Metal Gear
weapon
5.
I have been developing
It
here
that one
and
had
use it as
some cool, you know, you
leverage in his
can
bid for
get
power.
around to sneak, but it wasn't at a super slow pace. And then, again, when you got caught in that game, it didn't feel horrible, you know, because the action in that game was good. So
The intelligence says
I
that they
always
are
try
going
to play a
make
game
their
sneaky,
move during the
but then as soon as I
test.
get caught and then the
The
alarms
soldiers
go off, that's
outside.
usually where I'm just like, okay, screw it. And then that's why I like this game, because you can do that. You can make that switch.
They wouldn't need that many men
It's
just to
fun.
keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent
Deus
Colonel
Ex is another
Volgin
game
from
that's more of like a
capturing me,
first-person sci-fi game, but that one's a good example of
even if it meant killing
trying
me
to play
in
it
the
sneaky
process.
and it feels
So
rewarding,
we'll
but
see.
then when you need to pull out your shotgun, that feels fun too.
Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
Instead of leave it to Beaver, leave it to Snake.
By the way, Your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so?
Yeah, that's true.
America is truly a
The
frightening
political.
country.
Having second thoughts.
Yeah, it's always
No.
had that right, the heavy
I have no
political
love for this place. Let's go.
backstory, arms race, and everything. I mean, it's in the name, right? Metal Gear, and then Part 5
Major,
too is,
this
you know,
is Snake.
building those Metal
Sokolov is
Gears.
safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I managed to get past them.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
I think now I'm supposed to go not the way that I came in. There's another gate I think that opens up. Oh, it's gonna open up. This guy. Like he's trying to throw a fireball right there.
Freeze!
So for those who don't know, this game can get really bombastic at times.
So this is the legendary boss.
And I think we're about to see that.
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz.
Huh.
What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Heh. That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
Oh, I totally forgot about that. It's so cheesy. This game is so filled with just like good cheesy and then sometimes bad cheesy, but it's definitely Metal Gear. That's what makes it Metal Gear.
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
That's right, and I only have my tranquilizer gun. Oh, the dart. Yeah, this game is full of hours worth of, I'm sure, cutscenes and dialogue.
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you?
Some of these cutscenes like this one are still directed pretty well,
Testing
though.
a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Nice Ocelot origin story as well. Like that feud, you know? Yeah, a lot of cutscenes here. Here we go. We're going to have some dialogue for another 5 minutes now.
Snake, you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Okay, so do I have to go... I'm trying to remember if I have to go, get him now. Maybe not. Okay. I have to go here, but I don't remember how to trigger the cutscene for it? I just don't remember if I have to like pick up Sokolov or find him. Or if I just leave. Okay, he just comes with me. It's just there.
You okay? Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best crew has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Oh, I go
Calm
on that
down.
gate later, but I was thinking
I'll
of...
get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
That's what they were making you build?
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBM.
It can launch
This
nuclear
Metal
missiles
Gear is
from
also
that
pretty
kind of
sick too.
terrain.
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo. Is that thing finished?
No. This is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2?
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war?
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete
The
it
mouths in
without
this game are all
my
over the
help.
place.
Got it. Let's go.
Get your popcorn, folks. Smoothie.
Boss?
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
Yeah, this is like the turning point. This was all kind of like a prologue up until this point. Yeah, I think it's still a great intro. So the character and
Hornets?
all the characters and everything. She has the power. Yes, she does. So you never beat this game though, huh? pretty good. It's got a satisfying conclusion, and the boss fights are pretty
My friends,
memorable.
let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more. Welcome back, boss.
Now that all
That's
5
right.
of us are together,
His eyes
it's
are
time
all
we go to the depths
weird.
of hell itself. It's raining blood. Is he crying?
Kuwabara,
Everybody's
Kuwabara.
here. First words, huh?
Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
With his tranquilizer gun.
He's seen my face. We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished.
Yeah, that you make him out to be like he's just not as experienced and not on her skill level, right?
He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him.
Snake went down. I think he was calling her bluff right
Jack?
there.
You can't come with us.
The birth of the bandana.
The new blood has been rejected. Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
drift away. My place is with them now.
She defected. The twist. Just left her dead. I think she figured he would survive, right? I think that's why she had to do that instead of... It's like they said, I think that Volgan was gonna call her bluff, and instead she played him a little bit. Some of the animations hold up. Sometimes their lips get a little crazy
Snake,
when they're talking.
can you hear me?
Yeah. Just barely.
Snake,
So it's been
listen
about
to
an
me.
hour
You
of the
need
stream, and I
emergency
played
medical
for maybe
treatment. Can you move?
10-ish minutes.
You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it.
She's cool, and she's got a really nice voice.
Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss.
28 from Boston.
She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button.
Alright, well, we don't need to hear this. But, so, that was, like I was saying in the beginning here, this is like another big aspect of the game, which people maybe were okay with, or they didn't, you know, like it. It'll tell you here what else you need, so deep clut, so that would be Stitcher, bleeding, so septic, disinfect, and then a bandage. And you can see there's like an amount too, so I'd have to collect some of these supplies if I'm getting beat up. You can see up there in the corner, top left, it's got a little bit of red in the health. That's like, I won't get that health back unless I cure myself. Sorry, so, okay, so this. And some of them are different, like this is an actual fracture, so for this you have to get a splint. And a bandage. The cuts, you always have to stitch it up, put a band-aid on it, stop the bleeding, and disinfect it. And she broke my arm, so. But she didn't kill me. Secretly, she loves me. Oh, that audio to go with it.
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
Whenever I think of the Metal Gears, I always forget about this one, but this one is pretty cool. The fight and the music and everything at the end was really awesome. They were like sending each other the Force vibes. He's still just thinking about, he's all depressed and like, got the best of him, Snake got the best of him. And this guy's just gonna use his new toy. All crazy. He was a crazy boss fight too.
Excellent.
Kind of like, I don't even know, maybe near the end of the game or midway through or something.
Thanks to the boss and her cobras.
Oh no, I'm sorry. There's a few fights with this
I
guy.
have both Sokolov
At the
and
end, and then
Shagohod.
another couple parts, I think. But... Oh, that's right. It's the first time we've seen this character.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death?
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
So I like how you just pull it out. There's like, there's no...
Enemies, they're still our
Like, how's he
countrymen.
aiming this thing?
It won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
Came pretty close to that when he shot it off. I think, is that my pod that was dropping in? I forget. But maybe I was supposed to get into it or something. Yeah, nuclear rocket launcher is crazy. I mean, it's small enough that it didn't, you know. It was no like Hiroshima or something bomb, but still. This guy, he wants these weapons. No good. Oh, we got our first save here. I guess I might as well do a new save. New file. So the last time I played this, look at that, was 2012. 2012. Well, at least the that was the last time I played the this version. I probably played and beat the 3DS version after that. So I did already show off this cutscene in the beginning of this video, so I am gonna skip it. But that is a cool intro though, right? I mean, I thought that was pretty sick. So then now that's right, so you have like gone back to base and everything, and now you're going back out. They're resending you out for a different new mission.
Arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply
thank you
to
for
payload
watching.
any
You're
three
welcome.
systems shows no problems. No gusts.
So, like I had mentioned in another video, I'm gonna stop streaming just because, I mean, other than yourself, I'm not really getting any viewers. And so I don't know, I've kind of bummed me out as far as doing it. So that's why I'm streaming these games that are my favorites, and I'm gonna just call it quits for just a little bit. So I don't know, maybe I can find guests or something to do it again. So the next game I think I'm gonna do is Halo 2, and then I think that's probably gonna be the last one I'm gonna stream for a little while.
Advanced ICUs in the world.
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation.
Oh, you mean you thought I was quitting the stream for tonight? No, I'm gonna. Well, I might. I do want to see this intro going into this new mission, but that was basically the intro to the game.
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made
I didn't play a whole lot. You know, I got my backpack. I crossed that bridge, shot the bees down.
No. This fox is still one step
See,
ahead
you'd
of the
see a
hound.
bunch of people,
The reason I came to see you
and that was
today,
it, really.
Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
Well, you have a good one.
Situation's
Thanks for
changed.
watching. Appreciate
You've
it.
still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Take care.
What kind of chance?
Don't get too excited.
Yeah, the next one I'll do is I'll do the next one
Have a
according to
cigar.
the schedule. So if you want to tune back in for what might be the last video, I'll do it on Thursday at 8 o'clock. Or I don't know, is there a time actually that works better for you?
morning,
I'll do
I
it
had a
then.
meeting with
If
the
you want to let me
CIA.
know before you go, but if not, then I'll just do it Thursday at 8.
Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White
Alright,
House
so I am gonna
received
skip
an
this stuff, but
unexpected
he's getting his briefing.
Are the Russians going to be
Basically,
helping us?
what you have to know
KGB
is
has
that you're
promised to
going
lend
back
us one of their
in
communications satellites
because of what had
so that you
happened
and
to
I
the
can talk to
missile.
each other.
And then, of course, the boss being the defector,
They've
everything
also
is
put us in
involved,
touch with a
and
couple of
plays
insiders.
into the story here. But
Insiders.
There was a defection
10
in
a.m.
September
over there.
1960.
I don't know, is that good?
Do you remember
Or
it?
is that too,
You mean the two NSA codebreakers?
10
who went
a.m. on
over
a
to the Soviet
Thursday?
Union?
This Thursday?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB. Exactly this kind of
It
situation.
is.
Their code
It's
names
9
are
o'clock right
Adam
now.
and Eva.
9:14 right
I've
now.
been told that Adam has infiltrated Vulcan's ranks.
That night.
Also
So I
arranged for
usually,
him to
according to the
provide
schedule, I
you
usually
with
would start at 8 p.m.
You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get
Cool.
there.
Yeah, I'll do it then. Thanks again for watching. Your day just started then. Hope you have a good day.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet. It's fast.
Really great music in
Estimated
this
airspeed
game.
exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
Definitely listen to some of these tracks off of YouTube and stuff, you know. Official soundtrack. The OST. This game might be a little loud. Sorry if it's too much. Made it, Snake. Back in the jungle. This game, for the most part, just takes place in the jungle. There's some, like, more hill, dry, sandy, not really desert, but type of areas. But for the most part, it's like in swampy-ish areas or like more tropical areas or forested.
Rescue
But,
Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss.
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the Colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh, must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
All right, then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square 0. My frequency is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her
yeah,
last
my
chance
girl.
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate. Her frequency
Why would
is
she
the
have
same
that
as
happen
during
to
the
her? That
Virtuous
sucks.
mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96. And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Sigint. He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How will I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, who are the Patriots? And Lali Lule Lo.
Lali Lule Lo. Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent. To the Khrushchev regime, at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
I was just looking up the some of the tips and stuff and tricks for this game. There's a lot of like I didn't know you could call in radio support on the codec and things like that. There's a song called Pillow Talk that's really good. And there's a frequency for it. So, okay, so let's see. So I do have my normal weapon now. I don't have a... Oh, no, I do have a suppressor. I don't know if there's any enemies right now. I think I can get away with just shooting stuff. Look at this bad boy right here. Well, some more cutscenes for you.
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
Boss.
That arm still hurt?
What are you doing here?
She's got her badass suit. No, not again. Come on, Snake.
Go home. Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead. You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Boss.
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America.
Bullets that spin like that? She pulled that gun out of nowhere.
That should stir things up a bit. You'd better hurry. The border is 60 miles south of here. You ought to be able to run that far.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings?
A little mixed.
You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later you'll have to choose. I don't expect you to forgive me. But you can't defeat me either. You know me too well. Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long. If we meet again,
Of
I'll
course.
kill you.
I thought we were cool, horsey.
Now, go home.
Papa, she picked on me.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing here in the first place? There's got to be a leak somewhere.
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin, isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss destroyed it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this. But that's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat her.
That's not the problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate the explosion. You've lost your weapon, right? That means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
And you can't take weapons or anything in this game, although you'd think that Snake would do that. But like I said, I think I have to just book it. I don't even know which way to go. So I think there's also a map in this game. Let's take a look at that before the stream ends. It's not super detailed, but as you can see, it's... well, I guess it's something. I actually don't think this is the way to go. Oh, wow. I can't believe it's been an hour and a half, and yeah, it's just been a lot of cutscenes and stuff, but that's how this game is. And I might be going the wrong direction right now. I'm not even sure. I think this is just going back to the way it came. Anyway, there's going to be plenty more cutscenes ahead and everything ahead. This game is great though, but I guess I will call it. I'm going to try to play that song though before I go. Things I just don't know if you have to like unlock it or if you just, if you just know it, if you can put it in. But we will see. Oh, yes. Alright, well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave you with this tune. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'll be back with Halo 2 soon. Take care. Bye.